Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Small Business Interview. Today, I have with me Michelle. She's the owner and founder of Nana Joe's, where you can find all natural, handmade, delicious granola. And it's a pleasure to have you here today, Michelle.
It's a pleasure. It's nice to be here.
And we can go ahead and start with the story behind Nana Joe's. How did it all start?
That's a great question. So back in 2009, I met a boy online and who's now my husband. And we had started surfing early mornings and I was eating a lot of granola and yogurt. And I was finding that I was totally crashing out like mid surf session. And we decided that we were just going to make our own. I'm a trained pastry chef. And I was like, you know what, we should just make our own granola because I was looking at the back of the package and there's a lot of sugar and a lot of fillers and a lot of stuff in there that wasn't sustaining my activities and wasn't sustaining long surf sessions, plus long days at work as a baker and as a pastry chef. So I went to work in my kitchen and I developed a recipe. And as the story goes with a lot of makers, people fell in love with it. And I was able to get it into market pretty quickly. I was, right next door to a grocery store called Filetti's. I was the pastry chef of Nopolito at the time, and I was able to get it into that grocery store. I went over and I was like, hey, if I start making a granola, would you sell it? And so that was our transition into grocery stores. And quickly we got a nice following of, 6 to 10 to 12 stores in that first like 4 or 5 months. Our first bag of granola hit the grocery store August 19th, 2010. And we've been just adding new flavors and rocking and rolling ever since.
That's great. So we're going to talk about where we could find you, but what makes your granola is pretty unique, and what makes your granola different from other granolas that we find at the grocery store?
So I think that what makes it really unique is our unique flavor combinations. Number one, I mean, mulberries, pecans, and maple syrup is one of our most popular ones in the oat variety. And then we use only whole food ingredients. We don't use any fillers, any natural flavoring. So our paleo orange almond butter, which is my absolute favorite, I put it on salads, I put it on soups, I put it on pretty much anything. And it is made with orange zest. So every once in a while you get a nice flavor of orange. It's not that overpoweringly like orange flavoring that you get when you get something with a natural flavoring. And I also think that, we have such a high standard with where we get our ingredients from. And if they don't pass my taste test, then we don't bring them in. So we really focus mostly on, working with our suppliers and making sure and direct to farmers, like almost all of our nuts come direct from farms. And that's a great relationship. So it's not going through a whole bunch of different distribution hubs and then sitting there for a while. So our nuts are extremely fresh. And also we make it fresh every week. We make what we sell every week. And that's something that we've done for a long time. Right now, we're actually making what we sell every 2 weeks because we couldn't keep up with that volume. And we have been really, really diligent about making sure that our granola is one of the freshest on the shelves. Like it doesn't sit at our distribution warehouse. We only sell them so much every week. They pick up from us every week instead of every month. And we don't have a whole bunch of granola that we're just trying to sell as fast as we can. Everything has already been sold that's been made. And I think that's one of the biggest differences. I have a lot of people come to me and say, this is the freshest granola I've ever had. And it doesn't taste rancid. And I don't taste rancid oils because we don't use like canola or safflower. We use extra virgin organic olive oil. All of our products are now certified organic. And I think that makes a huge difference too, where you get your ingredients from the care that goes into the ingredients from seed to basically when you get them in your warehouse. I think that supply chain is really important.
I'll share my screen to your website so people can see what we're talking about. Give me 1 second. So here's nanajoes.com. And you mentioned some of the flavors that you have like orange zest. I remember seeing this one. Was it this one you're talking about, the orange?
It is. Yeah, it's that one.
And yeah, definitely very unique flavors. So obviously we could purchase your granolas online, and you're in a few stores. Where specifically can we find your there? You said Nopalito, right? And
Yeah, Filetti's
Filet.
Market. Yeah, which is right next door to Nopalito. So you should have lunch at Nopalito and then go buy a bag of my granola. And also you can get us at all the Whole Foods in the NorCal region.
Awesome.
So that's a great one. And some Molly Stone, some Safeways, and then
And
a lot of the little local stores too we're in.
and you do you ship nationwide?
We do, yes.
So yeah, definitely
It's
you guys can pick up a bag and try it and send it to friends and family.
Yeah, it's free shipping over $30. So if you get a 3-pack, like the variety pack of the paleo blends, which is our #1 seller on our website, then you can try all 3 of our top sellers.
Is it this one?
No, if you go to grain-free granolas on the drop-down box on the shop menu.
Oh, okay. So go up, right?
Yeah. And
Oh,
then there's variety packs. Yeah.
cool. So here they
And
are.
yeah, that's going to be the one in the middle.
Sunrise. Then
Yeah.
we also have grain free, so that's like no oats, right?
Yeah, and then we have our oat variety that you can get the 3-pack of as well. So we have a lot of different samples so you can actually try all of them and know what you like instead of ordering a 3-pack of the same blend. The 4-pack is really awesome. It's got that keto blend in it, which it has monk fruit, but it doesn't have the erythritol. A lot of anybody who has IBD or IBS or any sort of stomach issues can't actually digest erythritol. It bothers them a lot. So when I did this keto blend, I was super mindful about that and making sure that anybody who wanted to eat it could, and it didn't have any ingredients that were made in the lab. That's the biggest thing with our granola. We don't want any ingredients that are made in the lab.
Well, I really appreciate that care
Yeah.
that you put into this and the time that you guys put into this. That's pretty cool. So how, I guess, like, if we were gonna try all these, like how would be the best way that you would store granola? Would it be put in the fridge?
You can, but the best way I think is to put it into like an airtight ball jar or, an airtight container. You can even leave it in the bag, but put it in a cool spot. I prefer putting them in jars. I think it lasts longer than keeping it in a bag. Plastic is definitely permeable. We're looking for a sustainable option right now, and we haven't found one that doesn't, make our granola stale within the first couple of weeks. So I would suggest definitely like a jar in your cabinet out of the sunlight. And I do portion control. So, cause I'll be mindless, I'll be like reading something and I'll just eat the whole bag. So I do a little jar next to that. We get a lot of compliments that our granola is very, very addicting, especially the Hue chocolate blend and the paleo orange.
Oh yeah, it does look very good. The flavors, like you said, are very unique.
Yeah.
And you also have, I remember seeing under Learn More, you guys have a blog where you
We do.
recipes, right? That's kind of fun.
Yeah. We have recipes on there. And if you click on the no bake healthy candy bars, those are my favorite. Those are so good.
This one's your favorite?
Yeah, that
Really
one. And then
good.
there's one more that's really good too. That's super easy to make. And they're like little bars. And it was a recipe that I iterated from Kale Junkie. And that one was super, super good. They're very easy, almost no bake recipes. You'd have to melt the chocolate a little bit, but if you scroll down a little bit, I'll show you the one that I really love as well.
Sure. Let me keep going and just tell me when to stop.
I will.
Maybe it's page 2.
I think it is. I think
There's
it's
so
the
much
one on
on
this
here.
right.
Was it on the right?
Yes. Those shortbread bars they're amazing. They're heaven.
That
And
looks
so
really good.
they're so good and they're so easy to make.
Oh, it's not a lot of ingredients.
I know. And they're very
Surprising.
easy to make. Yeah.
So
I,
yeah, definitely more than one way to eat breakfast cereal, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan of putting granola, that like I said, the paleo orange or even the keto on salads or on like root vegetable soups with a little basil oil. There's so many, yeah, there's so many different ways to eat it. I did a custom blend with a chef here in the city who now is down in Southern California, Brett Cooper, and it had carrots, roasted carrots in it. And it was so good, but we put it on top of roasted carrots.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I see this. I haven't seen this one. Last time I was,
Yeah. So
this one's
that's with Daily Driver. And that one is our everything bagelless granola. And it tastes exactly like an everything bagel. And it's so good on avocado toast or, like I said, even salads. I'm a huge salad eater, so everything goes good on salads. But that one's really good. And it's also really, really great on roasted vegetables. If you do like a little herb oil on it with that granola, it gives vegetables a nice pop to it. It's got puffed rice, puffed millet, onion, and it's definitely a savory granola. But I've also had it with yogurt, with like a really thick, almost farmer's cheese yogurt and cherries. It goes so well with cherries. That sweet and savory is one of my favorite things.
I would have never thought of putting granola on vegetables or just having a savory granola.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a savory granola.
They're
So,
delicious. Yeah, they're super fun to make.
so yeah, what I'm gonna go back so people can see you guys. They do have an Instagram account and a Facebook account.
We do. And a
So
Pinterest account.
Pinterest, yes, and Pinterest. All the
And
social media.
TikTok.
Oh wow, you guys have
We
TikTok? I don't even
we
have TikTok.
we just started it. We're learning TikTok, we should say.
You guys are on it. I don't know. I don't know how to use that. So it's a lot of fun. I think this is really unique. It's you can really put granola on everything, like sweet and savory. So definitely give it a
Absolutely.
try.
Yeah, we have a revolving chef's blend, and that's what the daily driver is. 5% of the sales of that go back to the Marin Land Trust that basically protects farmland in Marin from being developed on. And then we have a new one coming out for the 86 Fund, which is a fund that supports restaurants throughout San Francisco. And that's going to be with Nicole from The Progress, Anchovy Bar, and State Bird Provisions. And that's coming out this month.
Oh
And
wow.
then next month we have another blend coming out with Cooley Cooley, and it's going to have some moringa powder in it, along with some cacao wafers from Amlakesh. And these are both like single origin, like chocolate and moringa. And both of those organizations and companies, Cooley Cooley and Amlakesh, support local farmers and actually build farms for people to actually have income in other countries. So it's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's
Very
great, right?
amazing. That's very amazing that you're working with all these local businesses and supporting great causes.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll go ahead and stop sharing. So yeah, no, thank you very much for spending time with us today and telling us all about Nana Joe's. Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me. I'm
And
sorry that there was a little mess up with the calendar, but
oh
thank
no
you.
worries. Yeah, no, and you know, we're looking forward to our future, like projects together and just working with you and more in the future.
That's awesome. I would love that. I would really, really love that. If I can come do a tasting, I would love that as well. That would be super
Oh
fun.
yeah, no, I'm sure we would all love. I
Once
think
it
we
starts
speak the
happening again.
curiosity. Yeah.
I know. I mean, the whole COVID situation has really hurt a lot of small producers, including us. Like we lost 45% of our business to food service. Like in March of last year, it was really, really a difficult road to, know that you've worked 10 years to grow a business that's thriving, and a pandemic comes along and just kind of knocks it off its feet. But it was actually a great way for us to reset and really work on our community and work on our team. I mean, we're nothing without our team, and making sure that they were okay. And we're now so much tighter, like I say, community and our product integrity are our values, and we really stick to that. So.
For sure. Yeah, it was a very tough time, and we lost a lot of businesses, but
I bet.
yeah, but we also carried with us we've learned a lot of lessons from it, basically, and like you said, we've come out of this stronger. So
Yeah.
it's a tough time. It really is. It's taught us a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and thank you again. And thanks everyone for tuning into the small business segment for today. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.